Hello, Portland! Woo! How is everyone? Great, good. Okay, is everyone coffeeed up? Are they fed? Still trickling in? All right, I'm Lily. I will be your MC and your chaperone for today. Welcome to Build Pacific Northwest 2019. Woo! Thank you so much for being here and for doing your part to make Portland the business as a force for good capital of the world. Our theme for the day is building the bee ecosystem, and here's what we mean by that. Our bee ecosystem is an ever-evolving, holistic, and expanding organism. They put that word in there, and I was like, I'm gonna trip up over that word. Organism, okay. It's a vibrant network of thriving B Corp companies, the individuals that make them go, local and global communities, and engaged stakeholders. These parts work together to benefit the world through thoughtful partnerships that maximize positive impact upon communities. We are working to create inclusive and durable prosperity for all, using the B Corp certification model to measure and verify high standards of social and environmental performance. Kind of like the SATs for businesses. The future of the world, particularly the quality of life for people living in it and our natural environment, depends upon our ability to solve some of today's most difficult issues through innovative and collaborative efforts. By showing up and participating today, you are helping to build the bee ecosystem and contribute to these collective efforts. Thank you for joining us. Before we dive into our agenda, we'd like to take a moment to honor the native lands we stand on. In many countries and among tribal nations in the US, it is common to start gatherings by acknowledging the traditional indigenous inhabitants of this land. We want to respectfully recognize that this gathering is happening on the traditional land of the Chinook people. We want to acknowledge those that have stewarded this land for generations. Territory acknowledgements are just one small part of disrupting and dismantling colonial structures and systems of oppression, and working toward a more just and equitable future. As we saw in response to last year's community survey, equity is a topic that Portland's B Corp leaders care about deeply. We hope you'll appreciate that much of this year's conference content aims to reflect and respond to that. To help me kick things off and provide some context for Build, I'd like to welcome my very good friend, who I met about 4 minutes ago, Cameron Medill, chair of P Local PDX, to say a few words.
All right, thank you, Lily. Is this good on noise? All right. For those of you who aren't familiar with B Local PDX, we are the host organization for Build. And we're run by a volunteer board comprised of 8 individuals who are deeply passionate about serving the B Corp community. We're a nonprofit made up of certified B corporations from Oregon and Southwest Washington, working to foster and deepen connections among organizations in our region who share our purpose and passion of using business as a force for good. We are a young and active organization that continues to grow and thrive, thanks in large part to all of you in the room here. We're honored by the turnout today, and we're really proud to say this is the first year that Build has been open to the general public. By welcoming anyone who's interested in supporting the bee economy, we hope to continue to grow this movement of like-minded entrepreneurs, community activists, academics, and thought leaders who want to use business as a force for positive social and environmental impact. By opening up our programming to the broader community, we're hoping to build a more diverse and inclusive movement, one that not only serves the Pacific Northwest and celebrates all that our region has to offer, but imagines what we as regional leaders could do to make our homes even better. We're on the verge of a very exciting year ahead as an organization. Personally, I'm very excited to be handing over my role as chair to David Kale, the amazing CEO of Fully. Woo! All right, thank you. By the way, Lily and I had a bet. We have very tightly scripted remarks that each time we go off script, we're like keeping score, and the winner has to buy the other one lunch. The SAT comment was not in the script. Alongside the change in leadership, we're excited to be formalizing our strategic plan, and we think that's going to help us as a board to think bigger picture and longer term. And I'd like to thank each and every one of you in the room. I know a lot of B corporations did interviews, but especially the PSU student consulting team. We're going to hear the final product this coming Monday, and we're really excited to share that with all of you in the coming year. I would like to break script once more. Special thank you to the PSU Capstone team. They have done an amazing job, so another woo, or whatever. So thank you. We're really blessed to have them and all the work they've done. As you absorb today's content, I'd like you all to think about how you can contribute to the evolution of this ecosystem, organism, one might say, as you interact with one another and make new connections. I'd encourage you all to consider two things. One, what are the ways that you can give back to this community and help it to be stronger? But two, also striking that balance between generosity and self-interest, as both are really critical for the strength and growth of the B Corp movement. I've worked in a lot of different business organizations, and I've never seen one that is so generous and giving as the B Corp community. And I also think it's important to encourage us to remember how we can work together to grow our businesses, because that's the fuel that's going to keep us continuing to grow and thrive. We built this community by being a service to all of us collectively, and I hope that today you can find ways and in the years ahead to continue to share your thoughts, your time, your passions, whatever other resources that you have in support of building a thriving bee ecosystem that benefits all of our communities and each and every one of us. Thank you.
Thanks, Cameron. So, speaking of service, we'd like to show our gratitude to the individuals and organizations that made today possible. First, thank you to BLD Pacific Northwest 2019 Planning Committee, who all dedicated a tremendous amount of brain power, passion, and hours, assuming some sweat too, to creating this year's BLD. Planning Committee, if you are in the room, would you please stand so that we can give you a round of applause. I think most of them are already standing in the back. Thank you. Thank you to our speakers for all of their hard work preparing for the day. We can't wait to get to the content. You can find keynote bios in your Scout Book program. Everyone have their program? And a comprehensive list of speaker photos and bios at our website, blocalpdx.com/BLD Pacific Northwest 2019. It takes all of us here today to make this event meaningful, but we also owe special gratitude to the companies who provided significant financial support through sponsorship to help us host a successful event. Please join me in acknowledging our sponsors. Presenting sponsors, Beneficial Bank, State Bank. You can clap or what? Marketing sponsor, Madfish Digital. Impact sponsor, Northwest Permanente. Community sponsors, Crosby Hop Farm, Fenman Group, Green Drop Garage, Permanente Dental Associates. Supporting sponsors, Brew Dr. Kombucha, Floyd Snyder, Girding Edlin, Glory B, Living Room Realty, Pixel Spoke, and Think Shout. Believer sponsors, All Care Health, Blackbird Benefits Collective, CVG Compensation, Mike Mercer Consulting. And thank you also to the many companies who provided in-kind support through donated services and product. A big round of applause for our in-kind supporters and sponsors. And please give a round of applause for all the volunteers helping out today who helped make this special event. And lastly, but not least, we love our friends at EcoTrust, and we hope you'll help us show appreciation throughout the day for all those folks working behind the scenes. Pick up your garbage, no graffiti. Thanks. By attending this year's conference, you are an active participant in an inclusive event with a focus on leaving a minimal environmental footprint. In partnership with our many sponsors today, Gathering aims to be a zero-waste event with all food, dishware, utensils, napkins, and more responsibly recovered through recycling, reuse, and composting. Reusable water bottles are provided for you to keep, all food is compostable, and the small amount of plastic being used will be appropriately recycled. If you have questions about how to dispose of anything, please feel free to ask your waste monitor during our breaks. That's a cool job. I'm a waste monitor. Long distance travel has been offset to balance carbon emissions. To arrive here today, you likely carpooled, bused, rode a bike, or wished you had. Cameron paddleboarded here, by the way. Your scrapbook uses a bit of paper. Each notebook is printed using vegetable-based inks and 100% recycled content sourced from American mills. All of Scoutbook's presses and production machinery are powered by renewable energy. If you opt not to use your Scoutbook, feel free to leave your copy with us or pay it forward. We have a few housekeeping announcements. Restrooms are around the corner here in the main hall. All restrooms are single stall and gender neutral. There is also a water fountain near the restroom where you can fill up your water bottle. We hope you plan to stay for the reception from 5 to 6 today. It will be right here in the main hall and out in the plaza, if you can stand the heat. Wine, beer, and appetizers will be served. And following the reception, the plaza will open to the public for our first ever B Corp street fair. Woo! From 6 to 8 p.m., so invite all your friends. This event is free with the option of purchasing drink tickets for $5, and each of you can kick things off with 2 free drink tickets. In your Scoutbook, you get a drink ticket, and you get a drink ticket. Under your seat, you'll find, no, just kidding. Yeah, and then finally, Northwest Permanente would like to invite you to make a difference in a senior's life by writing a note to someone receiving assistance from Meals on Wheels, one of our company's nonprofit partners. There's a table set up near registration back there with everything you need to spark joy in someone's day and contribute to Meals on Wheels' mission of reducing social isolation among seniors. Please stop by the Cards for Seniors table during one of the day's many breaks to contribute.